Hey guys, welcome back. So JDK 17 is out now. So it has some latest addition and also some improvements uh, with it. So let's get ahead to the Oracle website and try to install it on our system. So I'm using Firefox. As, Uh, JDK 17. So you can obviously either download it from the OpenJDK site as well. So I'm gonna go to their official website. So let's check what features do they release with this one. So first and foremost, this JDK Java 17 is LTS version. That means it will have long-term support from the Oracle. Um, as you can see, it's given here that until at least September 2024, the JDK 17 will receive updates under this some terms and conditions. And also, as you can see that you have the downloadable binary files here listed. So before downloading it, I would like to check the features that actually come along with this Java 17. So let's get to the documentation section. So it's asking me to download the documentation. Actually, I do not think that I need to download it. Rather, I'm going with, let's see if I can find, oh no. Oh, here, as you can see, there is like online documentation is there. So what comes with it actually? Let's search it. Java 17 features. I'm gonna find their official website. Yeah, here it is. So this is their official website where, as you can see, next Java long-term support release delivers thousands of updates, further improving language security, performance, bug fix updates through September 2029. Okay, so this will stay for quite a while. Okay, so first of all, they're saying that offering a simpler license, Oracle JDK 11 future JDK releases are provided under free-to-use license until a full year after the next LTS release. 1 year free-to-use license we are getting for this JDK 17. Oracle will also continue providing Oracle JDK, OpenJDK releases under the open source general GPL license as it has since 2017. Okay, so there are some information given here, enhancing long-term support for customers. If you are using Java for your professional or commercial projects, so I would suggest you to go ahead and check this um, terms and conditions and their improvements regarding customers or customer support. And so what I am interested in the latest features. So accelerating Java's adoption in the cloud. Okay, so Java is one of the most successful development platforms ever and is built on continuous innovation that address the evolving needs of developers. Oracle Java Management Service has been introduced, and the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure OCI native service to help organizations manage Java runtimes and applications on premises or on any cloud. So they're probably adding built-in support or like, yeah. built-in support for the cloud infrastructure. Includes new language enhancements of this library support for Apple computers removals. Okay, that's a pretty new addition to this platform, that there this Oracle is at least thinking to take their game up a little bit towards the Apple consumers. They're thinking about the Apple consumers or iOS devices mostly. So they want to adopt this concept of taking towards the consumer preference. Okay, so they are mostly focusing on the consumer preference every now and then. So Java language enhancement. So the major enhancement with this release is that they have provided the silk classes concept. So what I have learned, what I have studied a little bit about the silk classes, is that now with the silk classes, the developers will be able to define which classes or which subtypes will be able to implement or extend certain interface or certain superclass. So that will provide more sort of security to a certain class or interface. Okay, so this is the basic concept of silk classes. There are much more than what I have mentioned, definitely. So this is the basic thing we can actually think of. And regarding the updates and improvements to libraries, restore always strict floating point semantics. Um, so Java programming language, Java virtual machine originally only had strict floating point semantics. Okay, starting with Java 1.2, small variances in those strict semantics were allowed by default to accommodate limitations of then current hardware architectures. Those variances are no longer helpful or necessary, so they have been removed by JEP 306. Okay, so yeah, so there is another enhanced pseudo random number generator. So this is provides new interface types and implementations for pseudo random number generators, PRNGs. So this change improves the interoperability of different PRNGs and makes it easy to request an algorithm based on requirements rather than hard coding a specific implementation. Okay, so we'll see how this happens, how it works. So new Mac OS rendering pipeline so implements a Java 2D pipeline for Mac OS using the Apple Metal API. So basically they have introduced a new API for Mac OS or Apple devices or Apple hardware, iOS hardware, we could say. The new pipeline will reduce the JDK's dependency on the deprecated Apple OpenGL API. Okay. So new platform support, as I've said, they are introducing some macOS or iOS hardware support. Supports the JDK to the macOS or ARC64 platform. This port will allow Java applications to run natively on the new ARM64 based Apple Silicon computers. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Most probably, what I can understand is that they are mostly Oracle is trying to take the game into the iOS platform mostly, including the handheld devices like the Apple smartphones, so that people can actually use the Java to develop iOS applications in the coming future, or uh, without knowing or learning a new sort of language. Like now, to develop a iOS application is, with Java, I don't know if Java has that uh, support yet. Like there is Android. Obviously, we can use some sort of like tool like Kotlin or things like Kotlin, which actually is similar to Java, definitely JVM based language to develop Android applications. So right now, I do not know if there is any such thing to develop iOS applications using Java or similar to Java, or any technology that is JVM based. So I am presuming, without knowing, that Oracle is trying to take that game towards that as well. Okay, so I may be wrong. I may be wrong, absolutely wrong, but this is what I'm assuming right now. Okay, so there are some removals and deprecations as well. Deprecate the applet API for removal. Okay, so it was proposed to be deprecated back in Java 9 2017 with the, I mean, with the release of Java 9. There was deprecated, but now it is scheduled for removal. Okay, so remove RMI activation. So RMI activation mechanism will also going to be removed soon. Remove the experimental AOT or JIT compiler. Okay, so these are not so much adopted by the developers community or the community that are using Java for a while. So the Oracle is planning to remove that as well. Deprecate the security manager for removal. The security manager dates back to Java 1. So okay, so not so many uh, uh, users or developers are actually using this concept to for their client side, and also not for their server side code. So it's better to remove it without keeping it for maintenance. So future proofing Java programs strongly encapsulate JDK internal. So this is what is under strong test. As you can see, 403 JP, it will no longer be possible to relax the strong encapsulation of internal elements with a single command line option. So you have to do it through enumeration. Yeah, enumerating as command line parameters or jar file manifest attributes. Okay, each package for which encapsulation should be relaxed. This change will lead to more secure applications, fewer dependencies on non-standard internal JDK implementation details. Yes, what I can guess is that I don't know how. We'll see these things. Obviously, each of these features in detail. But what I'm guessing here that it's. I mean, I don't know. We already have a module concept in Java since Java 9. So I do not know what actually they are planning to do further. I mean, more encapsulation, more security they want to provide, or something. I'm not sure yet, but obviously we'll see. And previews and incubators for later JDK releases, pattern matching for switch. Okay, so for switch statement or we will be able to probably add more complex uh, condition or expression to be tested against several patterns, each with a specific action, so that complex data-oriented queries can be expressed concisely and safely. Okay, foreign function and memory API. Okay, so this sounds very interesting to me. So improves that enable Java programs to incorporate with code and data outside of the Java runtime. Okay, by efficiently invoking foreign functions, that is code outside and outside of JVM. Okay, by safely accessing foreign memory, these APIs enable Java programs to call native libraries and process native data without the bitterness and comes with Java native interface. So what I can understand is that they are trying to make it more polyglot, Java more polyglot and supported. I mean, easy going with other uh, programming languages. Okay, so basically Java native interface. I mean, obviously, you know that this Java native interface allows us to use the code from C, C++ right into our Java platform. So what they are trying to do is to simplify these things. Okay, so that uh, yeah, that is what I understand. So we will check on those when they get released. So vector API, so second incubator, always expressing vector computations that reliably compile at runtime to optimize vector instructions on supported CPU architectures, thereby achieving performance superior to equivalent scalar computations. So, okay. Mm, yep. Okay, so we'll see these features in future in the coming releases. So we definitely need some study on this. Okay, so let's get ahead and download the JDK 17 on our system, and maybe probably we'll go with the seal classes example. We will I will try. So I'm gonna go with the Windows installation x64 installer. So I'm gonna download this one. So it will take a while. I will come back when the download is done.